Hey, what's going on guys? Pickle here, bringing you guys some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on the PlayStation 4, and so far guys, I've only had the game for a couple days mind you, but so far I found this game to be super fun and just amazing all around. It's definitely one of the best Call of Duty so far in my opinion, especially compared to Ghost. I think every Call of Duty kind of beats out Ghost. Ghost kind of sucked last year, but this game is just incredible, at least compared to Ghost. So I don't know how it's going to be later on. I might have to make another kind of review video on it, but as for today, I'm giving you guys kind of my first initial thoughts and my just overall experience so far for the past couple of days of playing on here. And I've played for I think a total of 8 or 9 hours, so not very long, but I have a little bit of experience with the weapons. And speaking of weapons, in this gameplay I'm rocking the Ps4. As you can see, I'm going on some pretty cool kill streaks. Just stayed into the end of the gameplay so you can see my score. It's pretty sweet. I do pretty good in this game. It's not my best game, but it's definitely pretty good, so hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. Like I said, I've had a fair bit of experience with the game. As of this commentary, I'm level 40. I think in the gameplay I'm only like level 32 or something like that, but I've had quite a bit of experience with the maps, the weapons, the exosuits, all that kind of stuff, so that's kind of why I'm making this video now instead of having it on the first day of Advanced Warfare, like day 0 or anything like that. For the actual gameplay, I've experienced 0 lag so far compared to other Call of Duties. Normally you'd see like when the game first comes out you get a bit of lag, but you kind of got to expect that for some of you guys who may be getting out on Advanced Warfare. Kind of got to expect it just because the game first came out. There's so many people online, there's so many people logging in, all that kind of stuff that's going to be causing a bit of lag, but that stuff's going to sort itself out for the next few days. But I haven't experienced any of that, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I'm the only one who hasn't had any lag, but I've had no problems with it, and the gameplay itself is super smooth. When I first found out actually that exosuits were coming in the game and you could like do this double jump and you can turn invisible and all that stuff, I thought it was going to be super OP. I thought it was going to be kind of like robotic, especially when you're jumping. I didn't think it was going to be so smooth, but they really balanced it and it's super smooth now. And I don't know, I keep saying smooth, but I just find it to be super great. And like the exosuits I think they perfectly balance them. Like when you go invisible, I thought that was going to be super OP and you're going to get tons of kills with it and you're going to die a lot because of that, but no, it's actually not. It only stays around for just a few seconds, like I think 5 or 6 seconds if you have the perk on. So I'm very happy that the exosuits and exo abilities aren't overpowered or anything. Like they're pretty balanced, like I said. And so as for the weapons, I found the weapons to be really good in this game, really balanced as well. Like the Ps4 is currently one of my favorite weapons, even though it's one of the first guns you unlock, but it's still a really good weapon. And same as with the AK and the HBR and all that kind of stuff, they're all really balanced and really kind of, they have their own strengths and weaknesses that kind of outweigh each other, not outweigh each other, they balance each other kind of, and they're not overpowered at all. I know I keep saying that over and over again, but I'm just so happy that this game doesn't have anything that really kind of stands out too much. Although, with that being said, I'm not a huge fan of the score streaks in this game, and while I'm happy that score streaks are back instead of kill streaks, not kill cams, I'm not too happy with them. They're kind of boring in my opinion, and they're just not they're not as great as they were in previous CODs. Like I'm happy you can get a variant to it, kind of like the weapon. For example, you can, for the UAV, you can upgrade it to a counter UAV just for a little bit more extra score, which I really like how they did that. It's pretty sweet. But as for getting actual kills, I'm not doing so great with that. Let me know if you guys are having the same problem. I'm not a fan of the score streaks in this game. They're kind of boring, and they're kind of hard to do and get, and I'm just not a fan of those. As for the maps in this game, I think they did a really good job with the maps. I love how it's more of a shorter to medium kind of range maps instead of those huge maps that we've seen in the past. And I think it's because the exo ability, we can go like super high on the map and also super low on the map, and so that's why they kind of made them smaller. So there's still a ton of space, a ton of area on the map, but it's not as big. You can just go higher and lower in it to kind of make up for that. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I really like the maps in this game. They're really cool and really well done. And I've noticed no campers. I don't know if that's due to the style of the map. There's not too many corners you can kind of hide in. There's always a area for someone to kill you if you're hiding. But I haven't noticed any campers in the game, and that's a pretty good thing. I mean, I've seen a couple snipers here and there kind of camping in their spawn, but it's not anything like to be concerned about. Like camping in this game, I don't think is going to be too big of a deal because it's kind of hard to camp, to be honest. And I think the reason for that is just because of all the variants to the UAV and also the exosuits, which I think that's a great thing that they kind of take care of the campers in this game, which is pretty sweet. So I'm really happy they did a good job taking care of that. So moving on, let me know guys first off if you got the game, and if you did you get the Seasons Pass to it? I myself got the Atlas Pro edition of the game, which is pretty sweet. It comes with all this cool downloadable content and the new map Gorge, as well as the Seasons Pass, which is pretty sweet, so I can get all the DLCs for free, which I'm really excited for. And yeah, so the DLC in this game, I think from what I've heard, they're adding zombies in the game, which is first off pretty awesome. I might make another video discussing that. But zombies in this game, I'm really excited to see how it works. Are they going to have exosuits on them? And if they do, are they going to be fun, or is it just going to be kind of like Extinction and Ghost where it sucked? But I have a feeling because it's zombies, because it's going to be sort of like Black Ops, I know it's not going to be continuing on from the storyline from that, but I think what they said is it's going to be kind of like the Black Ops zombies, and so I'm really excited for that, so I really hope that it turns out really good. And I also heard that they're going to, not only are they going to include the 4 multiplayer maps like we've always seen, but they're also going to include a new weapon in each DLC pack, which is pretty sweet. I'm really excited for that. I hope they're going to be pretty good weapons, kind of like the Peacekeeper from Black Ops 2 or the Ripper from Ghost. I hope they add kind of weapons like that to the game where they're pretty good, and so I'm really excited for that. And also the 4 multiplayer maps, of course, like I said, and they might even add some other stuff in the DLC. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I might make another video just discussing the DLC to this game and my opinions on that. But yeah, I think the Seasons Pass is a really good way to go if you guys have the game, and if you're interested in the DLC, then I recommend you get the Seasons Pass because you save $10 on it first off instead of buying all the packs individually. And I also think if you're like me and you're into Advanced Warfare a lot, then you're obviously going to want to get the DLC. So Seasons Pass is probably the way to go. Also, another thing I wanted to discuss was the game modes on this game. The game modes, in my opinion, aren't too great. I mean, I'm happy they have the traditional kind of TDM, domination, kill confirmed, search and destroy, the game modes that I mainly like to play, but at the same time, they don't really have too many fun game modes like they did in the past. Like, they don't have gun game or sharpshooter, sticks and stones, or any kind of party game like that. I know they have that one game where you have the ball and you have to take it to your own side of the map or whatever, but that's still, I've played a couple games of that and it's not even that fun. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of boring to me compared to other game modes in previous games. And also they do have Infected, but the Infected isn't even that fun. Like, it's not, you don't have any other choice of weapons, or I think the games are even smaller. I think instead of having like 18 players, you only have like 12, which kind of sucks. And I don't know, I think they could really do a good job if they would add more players to Infected, and if they would add more game modes to the game that are a little bit more fun, which I think they will. Like what they did with Ghost is they added in more weapons to Infected, and I think they did add gun game later on because it wasn't in the beginning. So I'm not going to complain too much about the game modes. I mean, the game just came out, so they're obviously going to add more game modes to the game. They're going to bring back some older ones, hopefully, I hope. And so that should be pretty fun. And so I'm not going to complain too much about that. So that's pretty much all my thoughts and opinions on the game. Like I said, I've only had it for a couple days, so I'm not going to be doing any full kind of judgment on the game. But so far, those were kind of my first initial thoughts and my first experiences with the game. And so overall, I find Call of Duty Advanced Warfare to be a great game. It's super fun, it's smooth, it's balanced, like I said. The maps, the weapons, the exosuits, the exo abilities, I just find to be super good, and I'm really excited to see more about this. And I will be making another video on this because I couldn't really touch on everything. I really want to get into like the customization and the ranking up and all that kind of stuff, but I'll do that in another video, maybe later on when I have a little bit more experience with the game. But from what I've experienced these past couple days, I've found this game to be very enjoyable, very fun. It's just all around a great game, and I hope it stays that way. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you have Advanced Warfare? And if so, what are your thoughts and opinions on that? Do you like the game? Do you dislike it? Let me know why. And that's gonna be about it, guys. As you can see, there's my score on screen right there, not too bad. And yeah, so leave a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.